The model behind me is a 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, 2-car garage on a beautiful lot for all in $539. Let's have a look, let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlandohomeshow, where strategy matters, passion rules. And guys, today I am in Parrish, and if you haven't watched my video on Parrish, make sure to watch it on Orlando Living with D, where I have done a video about the community. We talk about school, hospitals, shopping and dining, and the model behind me is a beautiful 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, 2-car garage, all in price for $539. However, the base price of this house is $519,900. I'm going to tell you a lot more about this area, about this model, and about this builder, because this is a builder that I covered a while ago. And one of the unique thing about this builder is that for $519,900, it includes a lot of things in there. And this is the builder that will do brick over brick construction. Other than D.R. Horton and some other builders with some specific models that are brick over brick, this one is a really nice solid brick over brick construction. The first thing you're going to notice is that you have this really nice long driveway. You have your 2-car garage. The other thing which is very, very unique with this builder, which I haven't seen with other builder, is that they have 3 to 4 different elevations. And your elevation price, including your lot, and by the way, the lot is 50 by 120 and 50 by 130 or over if it's a corner lot or if it's a lot on the water, and it's included in the price. So there is nothing that you have to pay extra. With most of the builders, they will have a lot right on the detention pond, and all of a sudden, voila, it's $10,000 more than your regular one. With this builder, first come, first serve. If the lot is open and you're the first one to get in, you get that. There is no extra premium charge. So what I love about this is that you have this really nice walkway, and then you really have this really nice front patio area. Now they have different elevations, and one of them is with stone, one of them is a coastal look with some shells. It's included in the price, and I can't stress you, because I have done over 300 plus models, and every time I go across with the builder, oh yeah, this one is more, and this one is more, and this one is more. So that is why this is really unique in an area that is just growing by leap and bounds. So make sure to watch that video. Let's go inside and check rest of this beautiful house out. Hello, and welcome to another beautiful builder home. Now guys, I am trying to bring you as many floor plan as I possibly could with every single builder. Sometimes, most of the time they're decorated, but sometimes they are not. And one of the things that I want you to know, and something that I'm really trying with my team, is to basically have all the floor plan covered, whether they be decorated or undecorated, because I don't know about you, but for me, if I don't physically walk into a floor plan, it becomes very difficult to just look at the paper with some drawings on it, and I just don't get it. So the base price of this specific house is $519,900, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, 2-car garage with 2,701 square foot on a 50 by 120 lot. This lot is a slightly little bigger lot because it is facing the water. Now this is an inventory home, and guys, if you are thinking about buying a home, please look into inventory home, because I can tell you, I keep a separate list of inventory home with all the builders that we work with, and I can tell you, in my years of experience, I saw and I told you about it when the market was crazy and there was line out the door, the rates were 2 or 3%, it was just amazing, and builder didn't really care. There was a line out the door, prices were going up every single sale. Well, that has stopped because the prices in terms of the interest rate rather has gone up. So that makes things a little bit more, from the affordability side of things, a little bit more expensive. But at the same token, there are builders that are going to buy your rate down, in some cases to lower 5s and 5.5, 5.75. They'll give you $18,000 to $20,000 in incentives, all your appliances, blind package, like things that they were not willing to do because it's just the economics of things. And I tell this all the time, and please take it for what it's worth, please, because the decision you have to make is that, hey, can I afford this house with this price and with this rate? rather than trying to time the market, because if you are going to time the market, the timing is never going to be right, because I have clients 2.5 years ago still trying to time the market, and just because of inflation and everything has gone up, they would never be able to get, and including me. I'm like, I want to give you my example. I just bought and closed on my house, and first we didn't decide it, but if I would have made the decision on the home that I ended up buying just 6 months ago, I would have made another $100,000, you know. But at the same time, now that house that I closed on, I had a client buy the exact house and they paid $75,000 more than what I paid for a similar house. So just take it or leave it. Real estate is something that you don't just kind of wait. It's something you buy and wait. You just want to make sure that you can afford it. So enough on that. Just make sure, I want to point out the 8-foot door is a standard feature with the builder. So you solid door, 8 foot, 9'4" ceiling height, a standard feature, 9'4", a standard feature on top. All your wet areas and open areas are going to be tiled. It's a 17 by 17 tile. This is an inventory home available as we speak for $539. And this community has an HOA, which is about $16.33. And also the CDD, which is about $24.68 for the whole year. It's a block construction. And you have this open area right over here. Now, the good thing about this is that the standard feature with this builder, you get this really nice big window with the marble sill over here, which is standard, but then you also have those lights. And if you haven't watched my video on the do's and don'ts of building a brand new home, please do yourself a favor and buy, especially if you are building from scratch. And if you are building, make sure to check out the playlist, because I have done a lot of videos on what kind of inspection you need to get, what are the things that you need to watch out for when you write the because builder contract, for the most part, is more for them than for you. So you need to be careful, and you need to make sure that you have representation, because one of the things that we do, we make sure that every single month we document the journey of your house if you're building from scratch, or even if you get it from a certain stage. And we always recommend, and we are your eyes and ears, especially if you are moving from out of town, because we will go there once a month and get the videos, the pictures, everything that needs to be done, so that when you are ready to close, you come down for your final walk and everything is done. That is super, super important. You're paying a top dollar. You want to make sure that you get a house that, in terms of the quality, because every builder is customer service number one. I mean, like every builder says that, but there are very few that follow through and make sure. And this is where we come into play. And guess what? Our services to you does not cost you, because we technically get paid from the sellers. So it literally doesn't cost from you, even though you are the buyer that is buying the house. It's already built in the price of the home. So that is something to keep in mind. So as I go over here, you have a closet space, you know, over here. Now, for 2 or 3 days that it gets cold, and as a matter of fact, it was a little bit cold 2 or 3 days ago, and now it's nice and beautiful. Nothing but the blue sky. I love this time of the year because it's just amazing weather. You know, we're kind of finishing up the year, and we are shooting this sometime around October. And then right over here is your 2-car garage. And I want to point out a couple of things with this, is that not every builder is going to give you, which is a ballad that protects your water heater so you don't run into it. And then they also give you, now this is an upgrade, but you can have, because some people like to have a wash station in the garage or something, that is over there. But the best part is that you have a concrete block here and a concrete block upstairs. And the other thing is that the height of this garage, because your standard ceiling height is 9'4", is 8 foot and it's 16 feet wide on a 50 by 120 minimum lot, with the lot price included in there. Now, all the tiles that you see over here, it's actually an upgrade, but you do get a 17 by 17 tile, so keep that in mind. And then look at all the space that you have underneath the staircase right over here, which is fantastic. You know, I have 2 kids. Not that I'm going to put them in there, but this is more like a doghouse for me than for the kids. But it could be a really nice storage space, because we're kind of getting into October, and this could be really nice, because if you have a Christmas tree, or if you have just a lot of stuff, and with kids, I'm like, the amount of stuff that we can get. We just moved, and oh my God, now I know why people say they're going to buy this house and they're going to die in the house. They're not going to move at all because I just moved and oh my God. Everything is emotional value for the wife, so I couldn't throw anything. But she threw a lot of stuff that was mine. But I guess that's why we have the wives, right? My stuff is emotional. Don't you dare touch her stuff because that you can do. But my stuff, it doesn't matter. But hey, it is what it is. But look at the amount of space you have in the great room. All this space I love. Now, one thing that I do want to point out that this window that you see, it's beautiful. Look at the lot, how beautiful it is. I'm going to take you outside in just a moment. This window is an upgrade. It's a design center upgrade that you would have to pay more money. However, you do get this panel, and then imagine the same panel kind of goes in middle right here, and then you have that. So that is something. But also the other upgrade in relation to is the color of the cabinet. 42-inch cabinet with that crown molding is a standard feature. Another standard feature is that they all went outside. Hallelujah. And then this is the size. It's an upgraded current countertop, so that is something to keep in mind. But something that is unique with this builder is that they give you the cabinets over here. Now, there's a different format in other homes, but this is something very, very unique with this builder. So you have the refrigerator, washer and dryer do not come, so just keep that in mind. With this community, they have a pool, they have a tot lot, it has a lot of amenities for $16.33. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, I do want you to know that with CDD or without CDD, the difference is that your base price with CDD is going to be higher than without. So if you are paying CDD, because CDD is nothing but a tax for the infrastructure in a community, and one way or the other you still have to pay. Some builders will pay that in advance and their base prices would be higher, and some builders will keep the base prices low and then you have to pay. So it's basically a tax to your municipality for all the groundwork that you need when you are building a community. So that is, or building a subdivision for a lack of better word. So that is something to keep in mind. So I love that you have your microwave. Look at those handles. You know, this is upgraded, so just keep those things in mind because I try to point out, but this house for $539,900 or $540, you get everything. You got a beautiful lot on the water. It's a 2-story with a bedroom and a bathroom downstairs. And now that you're close to some of the parks in Tampa Bay area, not very far from Orlando, you know, you're going to have the relatives come out of the woodwork to say hello to you. So you can keep them at bay downstairs and you have your privacy upstairs. Hallelujah. Well, one thing I also want to show you over here, which is very unique to this builder, is that you have a pocket office right there. This is fantastic. You have a pocket office right over here, and then right here is your pantry. Not a huge pantry, but definitely a very workable and comfortable pantry to have. And then I'm going to take you on the other side because that's where you have the other bedroom. But other thing I want to point out is that this that you see, I had to pay extra in my house to get this feature. It is included, and they even give you the HDMI cable 12 feet long, which is fantastic because, believe it or not, these things are expensive. I'm like, my son lost one the other day and I'm like, damn it, I got to buy another one. And like, but hey, it is what it is. And then over here you have this space. Now what you can also do, which I have had seen some of my clients do, create a door over here after closing, of course, and make this into a completely private suite. So you have a bedroom over here, and look at that. You have those extra lights, which you do have to pay extra. It does come in the flex room as a standard feature, but in a bedroom you have to pay extra. You have really nice window. I'm like, I so love their model because I have done a couple of them, and if you haven't watched the model that we just did, which was a furnished model, hallelujah, you got to watch that because the flow of that house and how it just falls through. And it was a single story model, and in their single story you have a structural option to have skylights, and they give you a window, and it costs about $5,000, and it completely changes the whole the lighting in the house and everything. It's just fantastic. And then right over here you have a walk-in closet, and hallelujah, for a single door. They have solid 8-foot door. With any other builder you have to pay that as an upgrade extra. And then right over here is your secondary bathroom, and look at that. You have the Korean countertop with the frameless shower. And I would have loved to have these white tiles go all the way up. That is something that I would suggest. But the other thing that I want you to know, that you see this round mirror, that's what they have. They have a round mirror or like a dome-shaped mirror. They don't have your standard rectangle or all that. And then this is the lights that they give you, which is way better than what I have seen even with Landsea Home or with Taylor Morrison. That just looks so pale, like I don't understand. So let me go ahead and take you outside, because your covered lanai is also included. And when you are living in a community as beautiful as this, you may want to kind of have this covered, like have this screen. But look at this, this is your lot. Hallelujah, look at this. I'm like in love with this beautiful lot, and you don't have to pay extra for it. So you have all this space, you can build a really nice pool, you can extend this. And the other thing that I want to point out is that with this home, you are going to get your shutters. So that comes with that as a standard feature, and they give you that. So let's go upstairs and check out the primary bedroom. Let me know what you think of this specific house so far, and if you have any questions, if you are thinking about moving to any part of Central Florida, Tampa Bay, Ocala areas, give us a call, and make sure to check out Orlando Living with D, because that's where I talk about communities. We go and talk about school, hospital, shopping, dining, everything that you need to know. So let's go upstairs and check this beautiful model out. So as I come upstairs, you're going to notice that your ceiling height is 9'4" with the 8-foot door as a standard feature. But the other thing is that on all their 2-story home, you have another pocket office right over there with this nice window. And I have 2 small kids, so I can have them play all their stuff right over here, do their own thing. And then they can keep their stuff, and then I can use that little area for their studies and everything. So that is something to keep in mind. And then as I go over here, you have your secondary bathroom with a shower tub combination. I love that you have the double sink. Now they give you a choice where you have the Korean built-in sink in there, or you have your regular sinks. The upgrade is in regards to the faucet that you see over here. Pretty much just getting those white tiles go all the way up. You have this really nice window that brings in a good amount of light. And then right over here is your other secondary bedroom. And I do my usual things down in the corner, kind of give you an idea. Now the extra lights that you see is an upgrade. So you can build this house exactly the way it is and be all out for $539,900. So that is something. Now they are giving $10,000 towards closing costs and prepaids, or you can use that money to buy down the interest rate. It really depends. Refrigerator, washer and dryer is not included. However, having said that, I know because of the way the market is, they would be willing to take offers. They might be willing to negotiate, because we didn't have that power. And I say this all the time because the market has temporarily kind of gone from crazy hot to kind of slow down a little bit. And October, November, December is usually the time frame when real estate is usually slow. And if you are looking, look into inventory home and look right now, because if you are going to move, this could be the best time to get an inventory home with some amazing incentives that you probably wouldn't get later on. And this is also the financial year end for some of the builders. So they are going to be willing to work with you more so than they would if you were buying at the peak of the spring or something. So that is something to keep in mind, some food for thought. You have this nice walk-in closet. Not a huge fan of these wire racks, but I guess this is a standard feature with almost every builder. And trust me, I have done homes which are like almost $1 million, and they have those amazing, good-looking wire racks for that matter. So let me go ahead and take you to the other part of this house, which is right over here. And then as I go over here, you have your laundry room. Now you don't get the washer and dryer, you get this amazing wire rack that I'm not a fan of, but you can always have the cabinets built in later on. If you haven't watched my video on the do's and don'ts, go ahead and do that, because I will tell you, if you go to a design center, what you should do and what you shouldn't. And then as I come out, here's where you have the secondary bedroom or the other secondary bedroom with this nice window, extra lights. And yes, I know I say this all the time. I am a big fan of a house that's nice and bright. I have gone to some homes where they're just beautiful, but the choice of the tile and the color and all that, it makes it look so gloomy. Like I don't know, we are in the October season and it looks like a little Halloween of their own, but I love the brightness, I love the openness. And then for your closet, you have this nice sliding. These are way better than what I have seen with D.R. Horton. And I think I did mention, this is a solid block construction. So block over block, which is fantastic. And then right across, hallelujah, this is your master bedroom with the false ceiling, extra lights. That is an upgrade, so please keep that in mind. But I love the ceiling height. It's actually even more than 9'4" over here because of the false ceiling. It's probably another feet up. You have those two nice windows. I just love, and then I just love that you have an 8-foot door. You have the upgrade in terms of the quartz, the double sink, and then you have this upgraded tub. You will get a regular garden tub. That is something to keep in mind. And then you have this over here, nice window, your frameless shower. And the good thing about this is that you have these tiles that goes all the way up in your primary. And the other difference that I want to point out that I forgot is that you get these lights, a standard feature. On your secondary bathroom, you have your regular coach lights, which are way better than what I've seen with some other builders. And then the other thing is that you have this really nice mirror as compared to what I have seen with other builders where you have a big, huge thing. This is, I actually like that it's kind of different, as to what I have seen. And then right across from it is your water closet, and it's really nice. It's a good amount of space. I used to always call it toilet, and then one of my clients kind of corrected me. It's water closet, and look at your master's closet area right there. Maybe, and I always say this, we've closed on our home and we have a lot of these white racks, and I'm kind of getting some quotes in regards to be able to turn that into like an IKEA or a California closet, like closet by design or something. So that is something that I'm looking to do. I hope that you get a lot of value from our videos. And if you do, please press that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel. We want to make sure that the YouTube algorithm love us more so than anything else. It's been a great ride the last 2 years that I have seen, because the market went from standard to hot, super hot with 2 and 3% interest rate. I honestly don't see that going to happen for a very long time, and I may be wrong, but I just don't see, and data don't lie. But what I do see, the shortage, because the amount of people that are moving into Florida as compared to moving out of Florida is different. So I do see with inflation and everything that's happening, that the prices may not go up like this. They might get steady, and when the rates come down, a lot of people that are just sitting on the fence, because if you buy a home, and if you can afford a home, you can always refinance, is something that you could do. Now, I'm not saying that rates will go down, but the signs of things tell me, because affordability has been a big factor, and just because of inflation, I just don't see rates coming down. I do see a little bit of play in the resale market. As far as the builder, I see that the builder will be incentivizing as they had been in terms of the interest rate and everything. And having said that, I have amazing Carolyn Maldonado. She is our second Spanish agent partner, and she does the same videos in Spanish. And if Spanish is your primary language, or if you want to send this to your parents and they only speak Spanish, or whatever works for you, make sure to check out Orlandohomeshow in Espanol, run by amazing Carolyn and Anna, and they do a fantastic job. Because I thought I'll be good to learn Spanish, but I kind of gave up. So I have some words and I go there every now and then. Now that I'm on Instagram, TikToking, we're also starting Orlandohomeshow in Espanol and Orlandohomeshow in English, Instagram page, TikTok page. And we're doing everything that we could so we can make sure that our content is put in front of more people. We're putting a lot of time and effort and energy into it for you guys to give you help and guidance. And whenever you are ready, give us a call, because me and my team are here to help you. We'll just give you all the information. So when you finally come down, we're not showing you 50,000 homes or 50 homes. We're showing you homes that fits your criteria, fits your budget, and that would make sense. Check our reviews out. Until the next one, how do you say this? Sí, señor. Bye bye.
Adiós, hasta luego.
Hasta luego.